So welcome everybody. Just getting a little set up behind the camera. And I'm popping on a little later than usual today for the live class. So don't fret if you didn't catch me live. I'll be starting to figure out a time from where I'm at location-wise to continue these live classes. Hey everybody, welcome. So yeah, between some of the health stuff that I've been dealing with recently and also just a change in location, the live classes, I'm aware, have kind of come and go here and there. But I'm trying to get back to something a little more concrete for the month of October. And you can find information either on my website or on Instagram, my page. And you can always catch up with these classes later. A lot of you do. So just join me on the mat whenever you can. No problems. I just wanted to suggest at least one block or one towel rolled up. And you'll roll it up to kind of height itself the same way a block would. And I'm going to grab that right now. And if you've got what you need, or if you pause me and you come back and you get what you need, once you come back to the mat, just put yourself in a child's pose for our Yang Yin today. And so as you get into a child's pose, you can do knees together. You can put a block underneath your forehead or your heart. You can do knees wide if you want more for your hips. And you can also just choose something a little less familiar so that your body gets to be more awake to something that is a little less familiar. It's always a nice option in terms of meeting your mat. And as you get into your child's pose, I'll just let you know what the intention is for me in terms of delivering this class today. It is a very strange and charged time right now in the world. And certainly to my yogis and friends in the United States right now, where I've had a home there for the last 6 years. And so I understand feeling like nothing makes sense and not being entirely sure that even we should meet the mat sometimes, that we should find the time for our breath. So I just wanted to let you know that moving into a time that we're unfamiliar with, the only thing that we're able to get a hold of is who we are in that time. And part of who we are to any circumstance in our life is taking care of this instrument known as the body and the heart and the mind and touching base with our breath. Being able to pause in the midst of a storm, whatever the storm is, and really be true to your inhale and your exhale and your convictions and your beliefs and what is fundamental to you, and using that to meet any kind of charged uncertainty in the world. So as uncertain as things are, you can be certain of who you need to be. And that is what my intention is for you on the mat today. My intention is for me on the mat today. soft arms. You can certainly stretch the arms forward and kind of do that reaching through the fingertips. But when you soften the arms to start, knowing that we're going to have a pretty physical beginning half of this class, you're just saying to your body that this moment is deserving of really meeting the mat in an energy that is calm and cozy and safe. I'm going to take about 3 more breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. You'll keep your jaw soft, and as you keep your jaw soft, there's a lot of space to come back to that cozy, calm, safe place of your body behaving cozy, calm, and safe. And take 1 more breath in and out. Do 1 long stretch of the arms as you reach through the fingertips. I might feel the heels of the hands off the ground, so I get a nice stretch into the arms and blades of the shoulders and the lats there. Deep breath in and out. Come forward into a tabletop, knees underneath the hips. Breathe in. And flat hands on the ground, either curled toes under or shoelaces to the ground. Breathe out. 1 arch of the spine, cow pose, breathe in. As you inhale and you arch the spine, shoulder blades closer together. And now exhale around the spine, tuck the chin in. Inhale, flat back, breathe in. Exhale, pick up the knees so you're in plank pose, breathe out. Hug the belly in, be strong in the belly so that there's a wrap of the rib cage. Full breath in, full breath out. Pads of the fingers down, backs of the knuckles down, breathe in. The body forward to plank, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Two more. Inhale to forward plank. Exhale to downward face dog. Inhale to forward plank. Don't dip the lower spine here, and exhale to downward face dog. Look forward to the outside of the right pinky finger, breathe in. And step the right foot to the outside and point the right toes straight ahead, breathe out. Keep the back legs. Exhale, put your left knee down. And as you press into the mound of the right big toe, curl your toes up, but the mound grounds down, breathe out. Full breath in here. Flat left hand down, right arm up, breathe out. See if you can really melt your left hip and your right hip, but particularly your left hip down to the ground for 3. Rotate the right rib cage up and back for 2. Slide the right shoulder blade down the length of the spine for 1. Right hand down inside of the right foot. Breathe in, straighten the back. 1 inhale. Downward face dog, exhale. Look to the left pinky finger, breathe in. Step the left foot outside of that, breathe out. Ground the mound of your left foot, left big toe, inhale. Peel your left toes up. Right knee down, exhale. Ground through that mound of the left foot, breathe in. Pointing the left toes more straight ahead than out, even though they're peeled up, breathe out. One inhale, right hand grounds down. One exhale, left arm up. There's a little bit of the twist. So the twist is coming from rotating the left rib cage up and back, melting the right hip down, sliding the left shoulder blade down the length of the spine, and maybe tracing your gaze. Breathe in, breathe out. As you put the hand back down, take an inhale and straighten the back leg. Exhale, plank pose, breath out. One whole inhale to wrap the ribs to navel. Downward face dog, exhale, breath. Full inhale, full exhale. Try and melt the hips up and back more, feeling a little pull of the sit bones high. Imagining to push any walls that are nearby on the outside of your thighs away. So if you were boxed by a right wall and a left wall, you could push them away and then still feel the charge of the inner thighs for 3, 2. Look forward in between the hands, breathe in. Bend the legs, balls of the feet, heels high, 2 big steps, breathe out. Ardha Uttanasana, that's a halfway lift, breathe in, weight into the fronts of the feet. Exhale, fold, breathe out. Stand up, arms high, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Wash the arms up, look to the fingertips, breathe in. Hinge at the hips, fold, weight into the fronts of the feet, breathe out. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, shoulder blades down the length of the spine, inhale. Exhale, step to plank, 1 foot at a time. Hug the ribs into the navel, really charge of the thighs, breathe in. Keep the knees up if you can, bend the arms slow, chaturanga for 3, all the way down for 2. And you kiss the floor, and then as you kiss the floor, come to Sphinx pose on the forearms, fingertips look forward, breathe in. And then curl the toes under, hug the belly in, and pick up the knees, breathe out. Try your left hand, stand up, your right hand down, plank, breathe in. And downward face dog, breathe out. Look forward in between the hands, inhale. You're bending the legs, heels high, 2 big steps, opposite foot leads the way. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold, breathe out. Stand up, there might, hands to heart, Samastiti, breathe out. One more time, arms high, inhale. Lifting out of the lower back, fold, exhale. Ardha Uttanasana, in breath, breathe in. Step back into your plank pose, breathe out. And take an inhale, breathe in. Chaturanga all the way to the floor for 3, for 2. Kiss the floor slow for 1, shoelaces down. Right into Sphinx pose, elbows onto the floor, pull the heart forward, breathe in. Stay here, kind of hugging in the belly, curl the toes under, and lift the thighs and the knees off the ground, breathe out. Full inhale, full exhale. And step the feet together, roll to the outside of the right foot, breathe in, left arm high, on your right forearm. Put your left forearm down, roll onto the balls of the feet, center. Take an inhale, feet together. Roll to the outside of the left foot, right arm high. Keeping your thighs strong. 2, 1. Put your right forearm down, heels up as you go and roll to center. Breathe in. Here. Downward face dog. Ooh. Full breath in and out. Look forward in between the hands. Inhale, heels high, bend the legs. Big step or hop, breath out. Ardha Uttanasana, feet together, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, breath out. Feet together, sit down to chair, bum almost in line with the knees, arms high. Breathe in. Stay here, breathe out. Ground into the heels, stand up, interlock the hands. Inhale. Index fingers up and over to the right. Exhale, steeple grip here. Come up to center, breathe in. Up and over to the left, breathe out. Come up to center, listen carefully. Steeple grip remains, breathe in. Exhale up and back with the lift of the heart, back bend, breathe out. Come up to center, inhale. Hands down the middle, prayer, fold, exhale. Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in. Step to plank and your chaturanga, halfway, elbows in. First up dog, use the intelligence of your sphinx here, breathe in. So you warmed it up, and then downward face dog, breathe out. One in breath. One exhale. Right foot high, like you're standing on the back wall, right leg strong and straight, breathe in. Step to the right thumb here, breathe out. Left knee down, arms high, inhale. Hands to heart, we're gonna twist over this front leg. Keep your left knee down, please, exhale. Full breath in, full breath out. Use the left elbow to kind of pump the heart higher, rotate the right rib cage up and back for 3. Left hip really melting down, 2, and 1. Frame your front foot with your hands, breathe in. Straighten your front leg and flip your toes up to the sky or towards your forehead, breathe out. Come forward, right foot down, breathe in. You're gonna straighten both legs, pyramid pose, fold in, breathe out. Full breath in. Full breath out. Bend the front leg, left heel down, warrior 2. Breathe in, come up through the bend of the front leg, land, breathe out. Lift your right heel. Exalt your warrior, dance back, inhale. Come back to warrior 2, heel up, exhale. Exalt your warrior, breathe in. Come back to warrior 2, exhale. Heel down, arms high, straight front leg, breathe in. Right toes look in, parallel feet, hands to hips, fold, breathe out. Wait until the fronts of the feet, more bang for your buck. Full breath in, halfway up. Now fold a little deeper, walking the hands in between the feet, maybe back. Come a little bit up, not all the way. And then fold a little deeper. Good, come halfway up, tips of the fingers on the floor off your mat. And bend your front leg and flip your right toes up, right heel grounds down. Breathe into this. And breathe out. Come back to wide-legged fold, halfway up, breathe in. Exhale, walk to the left, breathe out. Right knee down here. Take an inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands to heart, twist over this front leg. Stay here for the great pause, rotating your left rib cage up and back. Come out of the twist, frame the hands down, breathe in. Straighten your front leg, putting your right sit bone near your right heel. Breathe out. Flip the toes up. Come forward again, left foot flat down. Breathe in. You're going to straighten both legs, pyramid pose, folding. Bend the front leg here. Inhale. Right heel down, second warrior. Stay with a breath in here. Stay with a breath out. And left heel up. Dance back. So your left side opens up now. Breathe in. Keep the heel up as you return to warrior 2 on the exhale. Keep the heel up. Exalt further back. Reach through the left. Heel down, arms up, straight front leg. The left leg straight. Breathe in. Interlock behind you with the hands. Flip the left toes forward in line with the right toes and fold. Interlocked hands, pretty deep fold. See if you can continue this story where you did your last wide-legged fold. Shift the weight a little more forward to the front of the feet. Yeah, big breath in and out. Interlocked hands to the base of the spine with micro bend in the arms. Hands out in front, underneath your nose or your face, and walk them further back, like you're dragging yourself in between your legs for 3, 2. Simple, simple. Halfway up, through the back long, breathe in. Bend your left leg and flip your left toes up, grounding your left heel, breathe out. Ground quite a bit through the left heel and even spread the left toes wildly wide. You should find a little bit more there for 3, 2. Wide-legged fold, so you return with a halfway up through the heart, breathe in. And you're going to walk your hands forward, breathe out. Step into plank, inhale. Chaturanga, satisfy that, exhale. Upward face dog, breathe in, look forward, not up. And then downward face dog. And feel the and look forward. You can step your feet together, lift the heels high, bend the legs, breathe in. And then you're gonna hop or big step. Sneak up, breathe out. Chair pose, sit your bum down, feet together. Inhale the arms up. Prayer hands, twist to the right. Park your left elbow to your right outer knee. Take that story a little further. Lift your left heel, a little flamingo in your left leg, and step into the twisted lunge, lifting your heart high, belly off the front thigh. Full breath in and out. Take it out of the twist, breathe in, frame the front foot, and then straighten the front leg, breathe out. Full inhale. Full exhale. Add on crescent lunge. Bend the front leg, arms high, breathe in. Bend the back leg, hover the knee, breathe out. Straighten on an inhale, slow. Bend the back leg. Straighten on an inhale. Second warrior, exhale. Keep the right heel down this time. Exalt your warrior. Breathe in. Stay here. Straighten the front leg. Reach back. Breathe out. Big inhale as you reach through fingertips. Big exhale as you come forward and down through the right hand. Triangle pose. You can even grab your right ankle with your right hand, but don't drop the weight down. Feel the pull up, quite the opposite. Full breath in and out. Come back, warrior two though. Breathe in. And then cartwheel the hands inside of the right foot. Left knee down, breathe out. Keep the heart high. Maybe come onto the fingertips of the hands. Look forward rather than up. And it's okay if you let your knee, right knee, fall a little bit to the right, but keep grounding through the mound of the right foot. So even as you maybe usher the knee to the right, you still ground through the right mound of the foot. And then you can peel your toes up off as you ground through the mound of the foot. 2. 1. Put your hands down, curl your back toes under, straighten the back leg. Step the right foot by the left, breathe in, zip the legs. Right arm high, breathe out. And then see if you can make a tree leg with your right foot and wash your arm, right arm overhead. Keep the tree leg if you've got it. Tree leg in plank, breathe in. Chaturanga. Shoelaces down. Upward face dog with the look forward. Downward face dog. Exhale. Kick your left leg high. Breathe in. And you're going to step towards the left thumb. Right knee down. Before we make our way to the top, arms high. Inhale. With your hips forward, cactus the arms. Exhale, lift through the chest, the sternum space. Gaze up. Breathe. 2. Good, arms high. Breathe in. Exhale, hands down. Step forward. On this exhale, feet together. Fold. Good. Chair pose, you're sitting your bum down. Inhale, arms up. And then hands to heart to twist to the left. Full breath in and out. Pop the right heel up. Yeah, and slowly step into that lunge. Keep your twist. Right leg strong. Breathe in and out. So it's a simple kind of bunch of shapes, and yet not so simple. Come out of the twist, frame the front leg, breathe in. Straighten the front leg, breathe out. Work the left hip back, right hip forward here. 2. 1. You bend the front leg, and then you crescent your lunge, breathe in. And bend the right knee, hover. Slow inhale to straighten the right leg. Slow exhale to bend, hover. Inhale, straighten. Open to second warrior. Your right heel goes down. Your right toes look to the side of the mat. Full breath in and out. Keep the bend in the leg. Heel down though. Exalt. Breathe in. Return to second warrior. Breathe out. Exalt. Peaceful warrior dance back. Stay. Inhale. Fill up. Straighten the front leg. Exhale. And really reach back and slide your right fingertips down the length of your right leg. Take an in-breath here. Come forward through the left fingertips and then down. Triangle. Utthita Trikonasana. See about playing to reach the left fingertips and hand to the left ankle, but don't drop down weight. Plug and lift up through the right rib cage, the right arm, the gaze. Come back, second warrior, breathe in. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands, breathe out. And then put down that right knee. Tips of the fingers hard up. And you pick up your back knee, back leg. Step the left foot by the right. Inhale. Vashisthasana. Exhale. And then bring this left foot into a kind of tree, your left leg into a tree. And see if you can open the left knee back. If you've got tree, keep it and bring that back to your plank tree leg. Breathe in. Chaturanga. Up dog. The shoelaces go down to ground and you look forward. And then you downward face dog. And then we'll kick the right leg up. Like you're standing on the back wall, breathe in, and we'll step to the right thumb, breathe out. And left knee down. Take your arms high, hips forward and down, inhale. And cactus, but lift the spirit of the sternum high, gaze up and back, 2. Arms high, breathe in. Hands down, you're gonna step forward and your feet will be hip width distance, breathe out. Hip width those feet, peace fingers hook onto the big toes, elbows look to the sides of your mat. Fan them more open into the sides of the mat. Almost like they're fanning forward and pull as weight kind of transitions into the front of the feet for 3. Release, toe, heel, toe, wider feet, heels on the mat, toes off the mat, wide pointing out, sit the bum down, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. And then try and sit up tall, like all our moms told us to do, with a straight spine, without kind of catering to the energy forward. Shifting more weight into the heels, picking up the heart, picking up the gaze, chin neutral. So neutral, neither looking down, neither looking up, long neck. 3, 2. Put your hands down. Upward face dog, breathe in, and down dog. Step your right knee kind of up towards your thumbs, down. Breathe in. Step back, breathe out. Step forward, right knee. Step back, breathe out. Step forward, right knee. Listen, fan your right toes to the left. Step your left knee behind your right knee, fan your left toes to the right, and sit your bum down between the space that you've provided by fanning your feet out. So, in best case scenario, we're already working our way into yin. You might take your prop and you might start to curl in or find a little leaning in here. Some people can go and fold over with a very straight spine, still keeping their sit bones rooted to the ground. If that's you, you're mighty open. And you're very, very lucky. No, I'm just joking. We're all different, guys. So some of us are going to be just fine getting a lot of sensation here. Or some of you might be able to kind of fold with a straight spine without lifting off through the sit bones. We're holding this for a bit of time because it's time in yin and shape meeting gravity that kind of transform things. And if you don't want to kind of hang your head down, you don't have to do that either. You can just play with a mostly still version of this pose that meets the sensation. But I am on some days give. The hot room does that. But I understand the frustration of not seeing anything really kind of grand. Might mean that more time lets you deeper into this. Remember to keep your sit bones grounded, because there's a tendency to fly off of the bum. I'm going to climb your hands back in. You're going to step the right sole of your foot closer to your left knee, and then just go into a twist and feel that. And then when we untwist out of this, we're going to come into a seated pigeon, so we're still catering to the same side. Lean back on the hands, left foot on the ground. Right ankle still crossed over this left thigh, and flex or dorsiflex your right foot, spread your toes. And again, just trying to stay high. And if you have trouble with this, here's a great thing to do. You can do this up against the wall. And so then you get really your bum nice and close to the wall, so that you can manipulate a straight spine if you have trouble getting that straight spine. And it'll become more intense here in the right hip. And just follow your breath in and out of your body. It's really easy to start following other things, like stories or like previous conversations or conversations you're about to have or lists you want to make. It's all evidence of just how much we need pause. It's all evidence of just how busy we keep ourselves. And all that busyness really distracts from just meeting the simplicity of your breath in your body. And then taking it a little further, whether you're up against the wall or you're not, you're just going to wrap your arms around this leg and see if you can interlock. And you can do that even not being up against a wall. Right foot is in the eye of the, and you might go deeper and extend the left. You stay there because you're like, no, this isn't for me. What she's doing right now, she's nuts. That isn't for me. Or you wait a few more breaths and you see if you grow into it, right? You treat shapes like crawling to walking, walking to running. They're not just shapes that you need to inhabit right away. You're not doing anything wrong if you can't find them. So just finding them truthfully and honestly in your body and with pace. And then we're still going to stay a little longer, and you might still be in the first version, or you might want to kick up and kind of try and hide the eye of your right knee, like behind your right knee, behind your right shoulder, right? And you might need to really press your sit bones down and feel a little, and some people can go straight through the right leg. And then whether coming out of this, you're going to come out slow. And let it all go down. And it's probably going to mean literally that you see a longer right leg. And then turn so that you're facing more the back of your mat to become the front of your mat. And take a downward face dog. That will feel pretty interesting in the body after those couple of poses. If you want a flow vinyasa, you'll inhale forward to plank with a hug of the ribs around the navel. You'll exhale out the nose to chaturanga, bend the arms, elbows hug in. You'll inhale to upward face dog without flipping your head back, look forward. And you'll downward face dog. And as you get there where I am, you'll pick up the toes, heels down. Even if the heels don't go all the way down, still try and pick up the toes. That's the fun part for 3, 2. Look in between the hands. Inhale the left knee there, touch down. Exhale, step back. 2 more. Back. 1 more, breathe in. Stay, fan the left foot out to the right. Step the right knee behind the left knee. Fan the right foot out to the left. Sit down where the fanned out foot gave you space to sit into. Sit bones down. Grounding the sit bones. Staying with it. Make sure I know what's going on online. So same thing, different side for me, but some people's sides really behave differently. So we try not to make up a story of what we just habitually do, and we try and discover what's available. But for me, this is pretty deep, and I might be able to grow into a little bit of a fold. Like I said, some people can fold all the way with that straight spine without compromising a lift of sit bones off the mat. Try and find something steady and still that you can not grip your teeth to, right? You'll soften in your jaw. You'll close your eyes. You'll soften in that space too. And you'll just make sure to meet this with a bit of grace and a bit of joy. So we're not lugging furniture up the hill. We're not there. We're on our mats, taking time to breathe and feel this bountiful breath that keeps us awake and alive in our day-to-day. That feeds our bones, ligaments, muscles, a fresh perspective of oxygen, of movement, of blood flow. And we're pausing to appreciate that miracle. And you might be able to get a little deeper in without compromising the length of the spine, again, without lifting the sit bones off. And just feeling a little bit more sensation if you get a little bit more in. Little bit more in means little. Doesn't have to be big gestures. Doesn't have to be for the eye. It's something you feel inside. You can take about 1 or 2 more breaths at your edge in terms of visiting sensation and stretch. And then walk yourself up. And then just put your left foot flat on the ground outside of the right knee. Both sit bones on the ground to twist. 5 whole breaths here. When you're coming out of the twist, you're coming out to keep the shape in the legs, lean back on the rested hands behind you. Right sole of the foot down, seated pigeon. Option to commit to seated pigeon on your mat, in the middle-ish of your mat, or if you've got a wall nearby, you can take that. So I'll do that combination of both. Oh yeah. The wall lets you go just a little further while finding support for a long spine. So that's a good thing. But don't rip into a stretch. Don't bulldoze your way through. That's not good. Find sensation that lets you have fluidity of breath. That lets you maybe even close your eyes in a kind of nap way. That lets you rest in, not fight in. And we're not going to that next place yet. This isn't just about getting to the third option of how we found our way in, right? It's about visiting all the steps, because the steps are important and valuable, and they're kind of different ways into sensation. So give it another 30 seconds or so. If you're going from the crawl to the walk, and the walk part would have you cradle. So you wrap your arms around this leg, and essentially the left knee is in the eye of the elbow of the left arm, and the foot is in the eye of the elbow of the right arm. And you might use the wall or come off of it. It's somehow, for me, easier to just do this. Come off of the wall, actually, so my sit bones can really propel the heart up, straight spine. And then you're in your walk, if that's what you're doing, and you're committing to your walk. And so the walk gets about a minute of time. And if the walk's too much, you return to the crawl, not deeming any one place better than the next. What's better is that you're breathing and that you're finding enough sensation in your body today. Just for the record, some people crawl fast. You've seen babies. They can out-crawl or out-walk on a crawl. So think about that. It's what elevates your spirit. It's what makes you shine. That's where you're at. And if you're going to that third step, you might lift the leg and hide behind the left shoulder. And try for kind of straightening out a little bit more. But this is enough for me on this side. Woo. Finding about 2 to 5 more breaths. And coming out of it slow on the heels of those breaths. So you might be coming out of the cradle, or you might be coming out of the leg overhead almost. Or you might be coming out of the seated pigeon. But as you make an exit, it's really dignified and slow so that you can rest your legs long and feel that up. Okay, guys. We're coming to a kind of final-ish pose. Take your prop. Actually go long, so in line with your spine. And go a little higher than your lower back, kind of maybe starting at the midsection. Make sure that there's enough lift and kind of splaying open over your prop, splaying open through the chest. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana and knees wide. Yeah. And so I'm calling this kind of a last pose because I'm going to leave you to figure out how long you want to be here for. But I'm going to ask you to commit to at least 30 breaths. So inhale and exhale, that's 1. And then the next inhale and exhale, that's 2. And then once you commit to the 30 breaths, you can stay a little longer in this shape, or you safely come out and make your way to a final Shavasana with legs long, feet wide, and arms alongside the body. And you can't just get up out of this pose. You need to visit Shavasana. You need to visit the kind of rebound of most neutral spine, of most neutral body, and of the most steady and still way back to yourself. The longer this supine butterfly, where we are now with an open heart. The longer this shape here, with this prop underneath your back body, splaying your heart open, your chest open, opening through the spine. So the longer all this business, the longer all that Shavasana. So considering that too, and not being kind of strategizing a way out of your practice. Just meeting it, for goodness sakes, just meet it. And for me, because I've got this towel as a prop underneath my back body, it's a little easier for me to roll off of it. If you're using a block, you might want to lift your head up and kind of line your chin up with your chest. And when you're coming out of supine, the butterfly legs, you want to close your knees like a book. So just making yourself a super small gesture, like very dignified, graceful transitions when you decide to come to your Shavasana, corpse pose. Thanks for joining me today on this Yang Yin. And just looking out for an email or Instagram or the website for any updates on when the practices, the live practices, will be happening for the month of October as I get back to those live practices. And feeling free to visit on this channel to any of the classes if you don't catch them live. Remember, take your time, especially in that final Shavasana. Be deliberate and specific about it. Lots of love. Namaste, guys.